Hi, I'm Bill Bell here at BAE Audio in North Hollywood, surrounded by this lovely gear. I just wanted to talk to you about my personal experiences with it. The first time I heard one of their pre's, I was at a friend's house up in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And I basically brought my pre in. We had a pre-shoot. I brought my pre in that I've been using for years, and another friend brought his. And my friend had the new BAE, I believe it was a 1073. So I just couldn't believe the difference that the 1073 had with vocals and just how big and wide and three-dimensional it sounded. So right then I was hooked, and I had to get some for myself. Basically sold all my gear and went and bought a couple of pre's, actually some 1028s that I love. But the great thing about the 1028s is, even though it has this amazing EQ section with all these extended frequencies, I rarely use it on vocals. I just basically use the pre going into a great compressor with a great microphone, no EQ. And 9 times out of 10, that's my vocal sound, and people seem to like it. Okay, so this is the 1073 DMP, and I love this box. Again, I've had another great opportunity to be on tour with Jason Mraz as his musical director and guitar player. So I brought a couple of these into rehearsal, and we tried them on violin and acoustic guitar, and we're just floored. So we just did a tour of Asia and brought 2 of these with us. Came back to the US, we're about to start a US tour and bringing them out with us, but then I brought this one down to Jason's place to do some recording last week because he'd never tried it on his vocals. And, so we basically ran into this great microphone, a U67, into Pro Tools, and his vocal sound was amazing. So this box is affordable. Take it with you on tour, and what can I say? It's great. So I had the opportunity to record vocals and guitars on Mark Lofman's new CD. And Mark is the owner and builder of all these great pre's here. So what I found with Mark that was really interesting, when we were doing guitars, we initially started out with the 1073. And they sounded fabulous, but then we had to do some overdubs, and we just thought we would try the 312 here. And all of a sudden, the guitars were just really in your face and just sounded just really strong and beefy.
I hate my girlfriends because they love me.
So I was blown away by the different sounds between the 1073 and the 312. Both great pre's, but just completely different sounds. Again, no EQ, just great guitar, great amp going into a great mic. Pre's, easy, you're done. It's interesting for me because when I used to listen to records years ago, I didn't know how to get those sounds, and it just seemed kind of like voodoo. So now that I've been recording for a while, it's just really simple. I mean, great player, great instrument, great microphone, great pre, you're basically done. So something else on Mark's record that I really enjoyed was running my mixes through a stereo pair of the 1028s. And basically with the extended EQ, just boosting the air and just, kind of getting in there, all of a sudden everything just got super wide and punchy, and I was floored, actually. So ever since then, I've been running all my mixes basically through the 1028 into Pro Tools, and just adds this great vintage color. I was in a well-known studio in Hollywood, and they have some of the best gear I've ever seen, like vintage API console. And I was asked to record a vocal for an actress doing a film. She's singing in the movie, and I brought my 1028s in, and they have this great vintage 251 there. So I just bypassed all their stuff, ran the 251 into the 1028, no EQ, and the vocal sound was amazing. And I love that I got an email back from the production company asking me what my vocal chain was, and they do recordings all the time. So that makes me feel great when, again, I can go in and within minutes basically bring my own gear in and know it's going to deliver, and people are going to be happy. I mean, I can't stress how easy it is to use this stuff, and I think that's why I like it so much, is because I don't need to be getting in there and turning all these dials to get a good sound. I mean, I basically just set the gain levels and you know immediately which pre works for what sound you're after. And I mean, I'm up and running basically in minutes, and I love that because I mean, I don't have a lot of patience in the studio, and I just really like to start recording and get at it, and I just love this gear.